From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
That air rescue police copter landed. I just sat down and bawled.
Lost in the wilderness for 9 days, how this 72-year-old woman managed to survive the elements.
Fire officials are becoming more and more concerned as Arizona enters its wildfire season, how firefighters are preparing.
And northern Arizona is often the site for the Phoenix Suns training camp, but it may soon be much more than just a place for preseason workouts.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Zach Potleb.
And I'm Amber Kawaji. Thanks for joining us.
Arizona Governor Doug Ducey was joined by fire officials from across the state today to speak about the future of this unpredictable wildfire season in Arizona. Cronkite News reporter Jesse Schultz was at the briefing.
It was clear a couple more months of hot and dry weather is all it could take for Arizona's wildfire season to be one of the worst we've had in years.
We're going to hope for the best, but we're going to plan for the worst.
That is the plan going forward in what fire officials are calling an unpredictable and threatening wildfire season. At the Capitol today, the governor and fire officials from across the state offered some predictions about what this season has in store. In fact, Ducey says it's already begun.
Already in the first quarter of this year, we've had 293 wildfires, charring over 21,383 acres of Arizona. To put that in perspective, by this point last year, Arizona had experienced 147 fires, burning 453 acres.
And this year, the fires are different.
They're bigger and they're harder to suppress.
State Forester Jeff Whitney is concerned that this fire season will be similar to 2002 and 2011, the year of the destructive Wallow Fire.
So we're concerned because of the moisture we received last year, we've got more fuel out on the landscape.
While officials accept that wildfires come along with Arizona landscape, they are more concerned with our mistakes.
90% of our wildfires, if not more, are started by human beings.
Unattended campfires, discarded cigarettes, hot exhaust pipes.
But officials say they are prepared for whatever comes their way.
Well, we think that we are in a very good condition at this point to respond to the fire season.
Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we've been ready since middle of February.
Governor Ducey encouraged Arizonans to still go outside and enjoy the weather with activities like biking, camping, and hiking, but to be cautious and to use common sense. In Phoenix, Jesse Schultz, Cronkite News.
The U.S. House unanimously passed the Southwest Border Security Threat Assessment Act today. The bill, sponsored by Arizona Representative Martha McSally, calls on the Department of Homeland Security to assess potential criminal and terrorism threats along the border. Border Patrol's own estimates show that the agency has situational awareness along only a little bit more than half of Arizona's border. McSally's bill would address that by requiring not only an assessment of the problems, but a 5-year plan for how the agency will plug those holes. The Congresswoman stressed that this system must be improved to better protect southern Arizona's residents.
So this is a public safety threat that is very real to them, and the lack of good information and metrics actually can inflate and increase their anxiety and fear because they don't know whether things are getting better or worse because we don't know what's being measured.
From U.S. soccer to Capitol Hill, gender pay equity has been widely discussed recently. Washington, D.C. reporter Wafa Shahid shows us how Arizona legislators stack up on the issue.
In a perfect world, the workforce would be a gender-blind place, a place that resembles Representative Raul Grijalva's office, where 3 women occupy the top 4 paid positions on his staff.
It's so common to us and to me here that I didn't pay special notice to it. And that's probably the best thing you can say about it.
But Grijalva isn't the only Arizona legislator making sure women are getting their fair share. Representative Kristen Sinema also has 3 women in her top 4 positions, and overall, our legislators aren't doing too bad. We looked at the numbers and found that at least 1 female is in the top 4 highest paid position in all 11 congressional offices.
You know, your hard work and your drive will separate you from other people, not just your sex.
Even though only 3 of the 11 chiefs of staff are women, these 3 women were each paid over $37,000 last quarter. Not bad when looking at other chiefs of staff who have incomes ranging from $31,000 to $42,000 on the House side.
It's what makes Mr. Grijalva so important, right, and so impressive, because he's got women in those top slots. And that means that not only he probably doesn't have an equal pay problem in his office, but he also doesn't have a leadership gap either.
But now that you brought it up and asked me the question, it feels good.
In Washington, Wafa Shahid, Cronkite News.
The Public Interest Research Group released their annual report called Following the Money 2016 today. The report details how transparent each state is when it comes to government spending and which categories each state ranks the highest in as well as the lowest. Arizona maintained its standing since last year's report, receiving a letter grade of B+. Grades are determined based on a points scale that rates how comprehensive the state's website is and if users are able to easily navigate the site to look at different government expenditures. Arizona's website rated high for its one-click accessibility and for the amount of information provided by municipalities regarding their government spending. The only deficiency Arizona had was the lack of information available for economic development subsidies.
That is due to the fact that the Arizona legislature has not approved that information to be collected, and therefore the state doesn't have the ability to post that and for taxpayers to know how their money is being spent in that regard.
Brown says otherwise, Arizona is ranking high for government spending transparency. Curious to see where your tax dollars are being spent? Go to openbooks.az.gov. There, users are able to look through different expenditures regarding who the state is paying and what entities the money is going to.
The Arizona Supreme Court agreed to specify when police must give a Miranda warning about the constitutional right to remain silent during police questioning. The decision comes after an appellate court's ruling in a Yuma County burglary case about police questioning a man, though he wasn't given a Miranda warning. The justices will determine whether the man was in custody or free to leave when he first made incriminating statements during the questioning. Arizona may be seeing an end to marijuana prohibition as it exceeds the amount of signatures needed. The campaign to regulate marijuana announced Tuesday that it has collected more than 200,000 signatures for a November ballot initiative that is working to completely end the prohibition. The campaign needed to collect 150,642 valid signatures. Chairman J.P. Holyoke said, quote, voters want to have their say on whether Arizona should end marijuana prohibition. It's appearing more and more likely that they are going to have that opportunity. The Arizona Regulation and Taxation of Marijuana Act could appear on the November 8, 2016 ballot in Arizona. If the bill were to pass, it would legalize the possession and consumption of marijuana for anyone who is 21 and older. One Tucson woman is telling her story after a 9-day nightmare, stranded in the Arizona wilderness.
Find out how she survived off the land and how she finally got the attention of a nearby rescue crew.
A new study shows that states with no ban on texting and driving have a much higher risk of distracted drivers on the road. How Arizona's absence of enforcement is impacting your daily commute.
The true measure of all our actions is how long the good in them lasts.
This is who I am, where I'm from.
If you're on the right side of history, you can accomplish anything.
It's a connection between your present and your past.
Come this way. This is good. This is very good.
We are attempting to fulfill the promise of America.
The stories about who we are shape us.
This chance to go through a time machine.
Good heavenly days.
We should know our history.
It informs, but it doesn't constrict you.
It's a framework to carry out human activity.
The sky is the limit.
It started a long time ago.
For only the third time in the award's 74-year history, a Phoenix-based news operation wins the prestigious Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Award for Excellence in Broadcast Journalism. And this year, that news operation is Cronkite News, the news division of Arizona PBS, honored for its work on the groundbreaking documentary, Hooked, Tracking Heroin's Hold on Arizona. Cronkite News at Arizona PBS, award-winning journalism you can count on from the station you trust.
What are you doing?
Possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up
Energy in the fingertips, relax. TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
The Grand Canyon is forever. Today, the United States Postal Service unveiled the 8th of 16 new Forever stamp images designed to celebrate the National Park Service's 100th anniversary. The stamp features an iconic painting of the Grand Canyon by artist Thomas Moran. The new stamp series will be available for purchase in June.
Lost in the wilderness for 9 days, surviving off creek water, plants, and berries. One 72-year-old woman and her dog fought for their lives in the Gila River County wilderness.
As Sydney Glenn reports, we hear from the Tucson woman as she shares her story of being stranded and how she finally got home.
I waited until sunup the next morning, hoping a truck, a car, anybody, anything would go by, even a steer. I didn't care. Anything alive.
Ann Rogers found herself lost and out of gas on her way to visit family. As the day ended, she decided to spend the night with her dog and cat. The next day, she set out to find help, not realizing it would be days before she was found.
I could see where there might be humanity, some power pole, anything. Ranch, I didn't care.
After the food and water she packed ran out, Rogers turned to survival mode, living off the land.
Eating desert plants. My dog was too, diving into clover and finding all the places that were the easiest path for me to take. She was my pathfinder on that journey.
Seeing helicopters and planes fly by, she saw the chance for rescue, but Rogers knew getting their attention would be key, and she had to be creative.
And I also decided when I found an elk carcass, bleached white, long gone, 12-point rack, pulled that out on the sandy beach, pointed it towards a big sign that said help with an exclamation point made out of white stones and sticks.
Finally, 9 days later, she heard the sound she had been waiting for, a helicopter coming to take her home.
That air rescue police copter landed. I just sat down and bawled and saying thank you. There have been so many people who gave so much. My family, my genetic family.
An emotional experience, giving her newfound appreciation. Sydney Glenn, Cronkite News.
The Arizona Department of Public Safety rescued Rogers Saturday. Both her and her dog are doing well.
New data gathered for AT&T's It Can Wait campaign offers insight into whether having a statewide ban on texting and driving curbs the risky behavior. Arizona does not have such a ban, and Cronkite News reporter Anthony Marroquin explains the impact.
It's something we see every day.
I can say by far that I-10 is probably one of the worst.
Especially in Arizona, which does not have a statewide ban on texting while driving.
Life's short as it is. So, I mean, when you're on the road, you just want to be as cautious as you possibly can.
New data from a major cell phone company shows that drivers may disregard the dangers in states where there are no restrictions.
It's kind of like, okay, I'm at danger, they're at danger, you know, something's gonna go wrong at some point.
Multiple reports from sources like Car and Driver magazine have shown that texting and driving is actually more dangerous than driving drunk. And yet it's a big problem across the country, especially in states like Arizona, where there are no texting and driving bans. A recent AT&T study showed that drivers in states without a texting and driving ban text and drive at least 17% times more than drivers in states with one.
Arizona is just one of 4 states, including Missouri, Montana, and Texas, that rely on cities to set their own texting and driving rules. Still, some question the need for any regulations.
I don't think it should be the sole cause if you're able to stay in your lane and keep your eyes on the road, because now you also have the voice to text, and you have Bluetooth in cars, you change the radio. You're not looking at the road all the time.
Nevertheless, the best thing to do is to keep your eyes on the road.
Unless something's so urgent, I mean, make a phone call. You don't need to be texting and causing, you know, someone else to risk their life.
In Phoenix, I'm Anthony Marroquin, Cronkite News.
Arizona could be the first Air Force Reserve Squadron to fly the new F-35A fighters.
Coming up on Cronkite News, find out why the Valley is one of the final candidates.
And a strike from one of the leading communication companies. See what sent Verizon employees out the door.
In the middle of rather a drama.
I've been thinking about the circumstances of the crime and the nature of love.
It's romantic, is it? Isn't it?
Seems to me as if the answer is right in front of you.
I'm a high-functioning sociopath. You are being irrational.
Need to go.
Will you do a blood test?
No.
You want to hit me now?
Do you think that makes me a wicked woman, sister?
Will the prisoner rise? There is only one thing I would like. Pain.
Sex?
Heartbreak.
Or love? Oh, yummy.
Stop it! Papa? Is everything all right in there?
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
When you want to be more connected, friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, watch us online. Become a news source for the Arizona PBS Public Insight Network. Your ideas and insights can help us create relevant and distinctive reporting. Join now at azpbs.org/pin.
Some families of victims killed when a pilot intentionally crashed a Germanwings plane in the French Alps are now suing the Arizona Flight School where the pilot was trained. A lawsuit was filed today in the U.S. District Court in Phoenix on behalf of 80 victims' families. The suit claims that Airline Training Center Arizona failed to screen the medical background of pilot Andreas Lubitz. Lubitz had been previously hospitalized for severe depression and treated with medications that would have prohibited him from flying.
The U.S. Air Force is continuing to eye Arizona as it considers locations for the first Air Force Reserve Squadron to fly the F-35A fighter. An Air Force statement says the candidate bases include Davis-Monthan Air Force in Tucson, as well as bases in Florida, Texas, and Missouri. It was 2 years ago that some F-35s made their way to Luke Air Force Base as part of pilot training for the new fighters. The Air Force says it will select preferred and reasonable alternatives this fall, and that F-35s are expected to begin arriving at the chosen location by next summer.
A Tempe-based laboratory is the first in the U.S. to test blood donations for the Zika virus. Creative Testing Solutions was forced to shut down blood collections from Puerto Rico due to the active transmission of the Zika virus in the area. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the Zika test within 6 weeks, a process that usually takes an entire year. The test used to screen blood for hepatitis, HIV, and West Nile virus is already in use and is one reason why the FDA approved the testing of Zika so quickly. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said today there's enough evidence now to declare that Zika does cause birth defects.
A charitable foundation that dedicates its work to reducing the number of Americans behind bars is awarding Pima County Jail millions of dollars to overhaul its operations. The jail, located in Tucson, is one of 11 jails nationwide to receive grants in the past 2 years. Along with the financial support, these jails will also receive expert help to reduce their jail populations by as much as 1/3.
Can you hear me now? Thousands of Verizon employees are hoping they can get the communications giant to hear their voice today. Members of the Communications Workers of America and International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers are striking today after working for Verizon without a contract since August. The union says they are striking because Verizon wants to freeze pensions and rely on more contracted workers.
We're here, those profits they earned with our blood, sweat, and tears.
It's not a job that you can learn overnight. We've been doing this for a long time. It takes years and skill.
Presidential hopeful Bernie Sanders is making a statement in his campaign, joining the workers on strike in New York. Sanders offered those striking his support and says he is glad to see the American people displaying courage and standing up to the telecommunications giant.
To stand against the greed of Verizon, who wants to take away health care benefits, wants to outsource jobs after making billions of profits. That's the kind of corporate greed together we're going to take on.
Verizon says they are disappointed in their union leadership for not fairly negotiating and that their claims on offshoring jobs are absolute nonsense.
The Suns have new plans to improve for next season.
But they are starting from the bottom up. Find out where the Suns plan to move their developmental team for next season.
We are here tonight to explore tough issues.
You've got to have people around you who aren't just laying rose petals in front of your way. And I kid you not, this is true.
Trust is everything.
This has been so much fun. It's about reaching people.
There are more players on the world stage. The issues are more complex. We ask the questions that take us closer to the truth.
What happened and what might happen.
Because that's what we do.
Would you like doing something like I do?
I couldn't do this. I'm not qualified.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
Hi, I'm Charlie Rose. As part of the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at ASU, Arizona PBS is providing a state-of-the-art venue for the next generation of journalists. From newsrooms in Washington, Los Angeles, and here in Phoenix, students engage in real-time, real-world news reporting, broadcast production, and online innovation. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS working together in new ways to bridge the classroom to the community in the digital age.
Over 65,000 people traveled to Arizona for the 2016 College Football Playoff National Championship game. According to a study at Arizona State University's W.P. Carey School of Business, the championship game generated $273.6 million. The survey also estimated $12.2 million in sales tax revenue was generated by the game. Arizona has become the destination for many major sporting events and is set to host the NCAA College Basketball Final Four next year.
And one athlete who has made his impact not only across Arizona, but the entire NBA, Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, will play in his final career game tonight, and his legacy reaches across the desert. The hashtag Black Mamba found its way to the Arizona State football team, thanking Kobe for his competitive spirit. Many other athletes across the state praised Kobe for his time in the NBA, including Cardinals cornerback Patrick Peterson and Phoenix Suns' Devin Booker, who was born the same year Kobe Bryant was drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers. Kobe played his last game in Phoenix back in March, where he received a standing ovations from Suns fans, despite his place on the list of most hated players in Arizona. And Suns fans in Northern Arizona have one more thing to celebrate.
The NBA franchise is making a move management hopes will make player development be a lot more efficient. Reporter Megan Keebler tells us about a new basketball arrival in Arizona.
We're really excited to welcome the Phoenix Suns to our part of paradise and this long-lasting partnership.
The small community of Prescott Valley is once again opening its doors to the world of professional sports. The Phoenix Suns announced Tuesday that they will be moving their NBA Development League team from Bakersville, California to Arizona for the 2016-17 season.
Based on the demographics, based on having such a high quality building venue available, and the distance, hour and 15 minutes, it's an easy drive. It was really kind of a no-brainer for us.
The Prescott Valley Event Center once played host to the Arizona Sundogs, a minor league hockey team. But after the team suspended operations prior to the 2014-15 season, the already struggling facility filed for bankruptcy in August 2015. Now it has a new tenant, one that will leave its old name behind in California. The Bakersfield Jam will take on a new moniker, the Northern Arizona Suns.
This helps us continue to extend the brand out into the rest of the state as well.
The organization is in the process of designing a logo and uniforms, as well as getting the community involved in picking a mascot for their Northern Arizona Suns.
This is going to be the best year in the history of Prescott Valley. I think that's going to contribute right to it very significantly, not only in revenues, but in jobs.
Both parties hope that having a hometown team will help cultivate interest in the game.
It's a sense of belonging and a sense of having that direct connectivity with the Phoenix Suns organization.
In Prescott Valley, I'm Megan Keebler, Cronkite News.
The Northern Arizona Suns will begin play in November. Half of the NBA's 30 teams now own and operate their D-League affiliates.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, the latest on House leadership reversing background checks for reporters. That and other stories in our weekly legislative update on the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Judy Woodruff on the next NewsHour. Increased funding for cancer research. I talked to Napster founder Sean Parker. That's Wednesday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.